Hey, hello. Okay, so this is like kind of a different video idea that I've had for a decent amount of time now. First video where I'm gonna talk, so yeah. Basically, I'm just gonna go over maybe a couple characters' crushing blows and rank them from worst to best. Just explain how they work, stuff like that. So I'm gonna be starting off with Shang Tsung today.
Big trouble.
And let's go with Spawn.
Spawn. Soul Chamber.
So the first crushing blow up here is the rising chest kick. It triggers if the attack counters or punishes a get-up roll. Basically, you're gonna have to see the future to get this to work, because it just seems way too unrealistic. And sure, it can happen, but I just don't see how common it would be. So I would have to knock Spawn down, he does a get-up roll, then I hit him with that. Pretty decent chunk of damage, 24%, which is not bad by any means for just a single attack, but just too unrealistic to hit. Okay, now for the second crushing blow, we've got the super kick down here. So it triggers if the move hits immediately after canceling a super kick. So the super kick is basically a stance. Just press down, you can cancel it. Cancel it. Hit it. Boom. Not a lot of damage. And it costs 1 bar defensive meter. But you know, it can be comboed. Yeah, so you can combo into it. Well, combo out of it. Okay, so number 7 is the smoke, shake, parry, whatever you want to call it. It triggers if the move parries an attack twice in a row. So, I don't know, it seems a little too complicated and a little too unrealistic to happen in a normal match, but you can try it. So I'm going to knock Spawn down, he's going to do a get-up attack, I'll parry that, he'll do another get-up attack, I'll parry that, and finally that's when the crushing blow connects. No, I just think that's a pretty, like, funny, you know, stupid one. It's not the most useful, but pretty good amount of damage, and it's cool. Okay, back in a new variation. Let's see. Number 7 would be the Fire Skull if you amplify it twice. It triggers if only the final projectile hits. So let's turn on easy crushing blows for this. Good. So let's take a look at it. Does a pretty good amount of damage, but it also costs 2 offensive bars, and the opponent has to block the first 2 attacks. So I get how it could be pretty like tricky. You know, if they only think you're going to amplify once. But other than that, nobody really uses this move. So number 7, it's not bad, just not really useful. Okay, that would leave us with number 7, the Amplified Ermac Slam, Force Lift. So it triggers if the opponent blocks late. It's semi-realistic to happen in a match, you know. The reward is alright. You know, it's not a lot of damage, but let's take a look at it. So it does 148, sorry. And you can combo off of it, but the regular force lift also, you know, lets you combo off of it. The only upside I can really see other than the damage is that you could amplify it a second time. combo even more if I would actually connect it. So yeah. Okay, so number 5, that would be the reptile slide. Where's that? Over here. The amplified reptile slide. So the crushing blow only triggers if it's hit from the maximum range, which is probably, let's say around here. So it does a pretty good amount of damage. It's just a little too specific, and if you're doing it raw from out here, it's really reactable. But what you can do is you can combo into it. I don't have the ground eruption in this variation, but combos pretty easily into it. And you know what? I'll show you that in a sec. Back to this variation, number 4 would be Shang Tsung's back throw. It triggers if Shang Tsung recently morphed back into himself. So you can do the Soul Steal. That's not in this variation, but I'll turn on easy crushing blows and we won't have a problem. Hold on. Okay, so the back throw. Pretty good amount of damage. Can combo into it. I don't see any downsides to that. Just gotta time it. Yeah, number 4. Okay, number 3. That would be the back 1 string, back 1 down 2. So it triggers if the overhead chop hits by itself. So the string looks like that. The first move doesn't connect, but the second does. Crushing blow. Pretty good for combos. Let's see the damage. 120, not great, but when I play Shang Tsung, it usually catches people. They're blocking low, and the string has a variant anyways. So, not exactly a mix-up, but, because it's not a low, but, still, you can confuse them. So, number 3, back 1 string. Number 2, just gonna go with the classic, down 2, uppercut. Every single character on the roster has this attack. Triggers if it's a counter or a punish of a high attack. So let's see. 190, not bad, and it combos, so pretty good. Shang Tsung's range isn't the greatest. Don't expect him to be Jade. So. There you go, number 2. And for me, number 1 would be the forward 2 string. Let's see here. Forward 2, 4-3. And it triggers if it's a counter or a punish, tipping the scales. So, it's 29% damage, and it has really good pushback for your zoning. In other variations, you can do ground eruption or the corpse drop. Pretty good stuff. Very realistic to hit. Punish people for days. Does a great amount of damage. So, for Shang Tsung, it's number 1. Just for fun now, I'm gonna do a stupid little combo with all the crushing blows.
has begun.